where I would flout him, yea, though I love him, I would.
Then down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, beats her heart, tears her hair, prays, curses. Oh, sweet Benedict, God give me patience!
She doth indeed, and the ecstasy hath so much overborne her that my daughter is afeard that she will do a desperate outrage to herself. It is very true.
'Tis well Benedict knew of it by some other, if she will not discover it.
To what end, my lord? He would but make sport of it, and torment the poor lady worse.
And he should. It were an alms to hang him, for she's an excellent sweet lady, and out of all suspicion, she is virtuous.
And she is exceeding wise.
In everything but in loving Benedict.
My lord, wisdom and blood combating in so tender a body. Blood hath victory. But I am sorry for her, as I have just cause, being both her uncle and her guardian.
I would she had bestowed this dotage on me. I would have doffed all other respects and made her half myself. I pray you, tell Benedict of it, and hear what he will say.
We're good thinking?
Well, Hero thinks surely she will die. For she says she will die, ere she make her love known. She says she will die, if he love her not. She says she will die, ere he woo her. Rather, she will bate one breath of her accustomed crossness.
She doth well. If she should make tender of her love, 'tis very possible he'll scorn it. For the gentleman, as you know all, hath a contemptible spirit.
He is a very proper man.
He doth indeed have a good outward happiness.
Before God, and in my mind, very wise.
He doth show some sparks that are like wit.
And I take him to be, valiant, as Hector, I assure you.
And in the managing of a quarrel, you may well say he is wise. For either he avoids them with a great discretion, or undertakes them with the most Christian-like fear.
If he do fear God, he must necessarily keep peace. If he break the peace, he should enter into a quarrel with fear and trembling.
He will do so, for the man doth fear God. Howsoever, it seems not in him by some large jest he will make. Well, I'm sorry for your niece. Shall we go find Benedict and tell him of her love?
Never tell him, my lord. Let her wear it out with good counsel.
No, she may wear her heart out first.
Now let the same net be cast for Beatrice, and that must your daughter and her gentlewomen carry. The sport will be when they hold one an opinion of another's dotage, and no such matter. That's the sport that I would see, which will be merely a dumb show. Let's send her to call him into dinner.
This can be no trick! The conference is sadly bored. They have the truth of this from Hero. Love me. Love must be requited. Seems her affections have their full bent. I hear how I'm censured. They say I'll bear myself proudly if I perceive the love come from her. They say, too, that she would rather die than show any sign of affection. I did never think to marry. I must seem not proud. Happy are they that hear the detractions and can put them to mending. Well, they say the lady is fair. 'Tis truth, I can bear them witness. And virtuous, 'tis so, I cannot reprove it. And wise, but for loving me. In truth, it is no great addition to her wit, nor no great argument of her folly, for I will be horribly in love with her. Now I may chance to have some odd quirks and remnants of wit broken on me, because I've railed so long against marriage. But doth not the appetite alter? A man loves the meat in his youth he cannot endure in his age. Shall quips and sentences and paper bullets of the brain awe a man from the career of his humor? No! The world must be peopled! When I said I would die a bachelor, I didn't think I would live till I were married. Here comes Beatrice. Boy, this day she's a fair lady. I spy some marks of love in her. $99. Oh,
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come in to dinner.
fair Beatrice. I thank you for your pains.
I took no more pains for those thanks than you take pains to thank me. If it had been painful, I would not have come.
You take pleasure then in the message?
Yea, just so much as you may take upon a knife's point and choke a doll withal. You have no stomach, senor? Fare you well.
Against my will, I'm sent to bid you come in to dinner. There's a double meaning in that. I took no more pains for those thanks than you took pains to thank me. Well, that's as much to say, any pains I take for you is as easy as thanks. If I don't pity her, I am a villain. If I don't love her, I'm a fool. I will go get her picture.
Good Margaret, run thee to the parlor. There shalt thou find my cousin Beatrice, proposing with the Princess Claudia. Whisper her ear, and say that Ursula and I walk here, and our whole discourse is all of her. Say thou overheardst us, and bid her steal into the yard. There will she hide her to listen to our conference. This is thy office. Fare thee well in it, and leave us alone. I'll make her come presently, I warrant you. Now, Ursula, when Beatrice does come, our whole talk must be of Benedict. When I do name him, let it be thy part to praise him more than ever man should merit. My talk to thee must be of how Benedict is sick in love with Beatrice. Of this matter is little Cupid's crafty arrow made that only wounds by hearsay. Oh, now begin to look where Beatrice, like a lapwing, runs close to the ground to hear our conference.
The pleasantest angling is to see the fish cut with her golden oars the silver stream, and greedily devour the treacherous bait. So angle we for Beatrice. Fear you not my part of the dialogue.
Now go we near her, so her ear lose none of the false sweet bait that we lay for it. No, truly, Ursula, she's too disdainful. I know her spirits are as coy and wild as haggards of the rock.
But are you sure that Benedict loves Beatrice so entirely?
So says the prince and my new trothed lord.
And did they bid you tell her of it, madam?
They did entreat me to acquaint her of it, but I persuaded them, if they love Benedict, to wish him wrestle with affection, and never let Beatrice know of it.
Why did you so? Doth the gentleman not deserve as full and fortunate a bed as ever Beatrice shall couch upon?
God of love! I know he doth deserve as much as may be yielded to a man. But nature never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. Disdain and scorn ride sparkly in her eyes, misprizing what they look upon, and her wit values itself so highly that to her all matter else seems weak. She cannot love, nor take no shape nor project of affection. Oh, she's so self-endeared.
Sure, I think so. And therefore, certainly it were not good she knew his love, lest she make sport at it.
Oh, why, you speak truth. I never yet saw man how wise, how noble, young, how rarely featured. But she would spell him backwards. In fair faith, She would swear the gentleman, your sister. If black, white nature, drawing of an antic made a foul blot. If tall, a lance ill-headed. If low, an agate very vilely cut. If speaking, a vein blown with all wind. If silent, a block moved with none. So turns she every man the wrong way out, and never gives to truth and virtue that which simpleness and merit purchaseth.
Sure, sure. Such carping is not commendable.
No, not to be so odd, and from all other fashions as Beatrice's, cannot be commendable. But who dare tell her so? If I should speak, she would mock me out of myself, press me to death with wit. Therefore, let Benedict, like covered fire, consume away in size, waste inwardly. 'Tis a better death than die with moths, which is as bad as die with tickling.
Yet tell her of it. Hear what she will say.
No, rather I will go to Benedict and counsel him to fight against his passions. And truly, I'll devise some honest slanders to stain my cousin with. One does not know how much an ill word may poison liking.
Oh, do not do your cousin such a wrong. She cannot be so much without true judgment, having so swift and excellent a wit as she is prized to have, as to refuse so rare a gentleman as Signor Benedict.
Indeed, he's the only man of Italy. Always excepted my dear Claudio.
I pray you, be not angry with me, madam, speaking my fancy. Signor Benedict, for shape, for bearing, argument, and valor, goes foremost in report through Italy.
Indeed, he hath an excellent good name.
His excellence did earn it, ere he had it. When are you married, madam?
Why, every day. Tomorrow. Come, go to the inn with me. I'll show thee some attires and have thy counsel which is best to furnish me tomorrow.
She's limed, I warrant you. We have caught her, madam.
If it proves so, loving goes by halves. Some Cupid kills arrows, some with traps.
What fire is in mine ears? Can this be true? Stand I condemned for pride and scorn so much? Contempt, farewell. And maiden pride, adieu. No glory lives behind the back of such.
And Benedict,
Love on. I will requite thee, taming my wild heart to thy loving hand. If thou dost love, my kindness shall incite thee to bind our loves up in a holy band. For others say thou dost deserve, and I believe it better than reporting thee.
I do but stay till your marriage be consummate, then go I toward Aragon.
I'll bring you thither, my lord, if you'll vouchsafe me.
Nay, for that would be as great a soil in the new gloss of your marriage as to show a child his coat and forbid him to wear it. No, I will only be so bold with Signor Benedict for his company. For from the sole of his foot to the crown of his head he is all mirth. He hath twice or thrice cut Cupid's bowstrings, and the little hangman dare not shoot at him. He hath a heart as sound as a bell, and his tongue is the clapper. For what his heart thinks, his tongue speaks.
Gallants, I am not as I have been.
No, I say, methinks you look sadder.
I hope he be in love. Oh, hang him, truant. There is not one true drop of blood in him to be truly touched with love. If he be sad, he wants money.
I have the toothache.
Draw it.
Hang it.
You must hang it first, then draw it afterwards.
What? Sigh for the toothache?
Well, anyone can master a grief but he that has it.
Yet say I, he is in love.
There is no appearance of fancy in him, unless it be a fancy that he hath for strange disguises. Unless he have a fancy for this foolery, as it appears he hath, then Then is he no fool for fancy, as I would have it appear he would.
If he be not in love with some women, there's no believing the old sign. Brushes his hat of the morning. What should that bode?
Hath any man seen him at the barber's?
No, but the barber's man hath been seen with him. And the ornamentation in his cheeks have already stuffed tennis balls.
That's safe. He looks younger by the loss of a beard.
Hey, and he rubs himself with civet. Can you smell him out by that?
Oh, that says as much to say. The sweet youth and love.
The greatest note of it is his melancholy.
And when was he wont to wash his face?
Aye, or to paint himself. For the which I hear what they say of him.
Yea, and his jesting spirit, which is now crept into the lute string, and now governed by stops.
Indeed, that tells a heavy tale for him. Conclude, conclude! He is in love.
Nay, I would know who is in love with him.
That would I know too. I warrant, one that knows him not.
Yea, and his old conditions. But despite of all, dies for him.
She'll be buried with her face upwards.
Yet is this no charm for the toothache. Old Signor, step aside with me. I've studied 8 or 9 wise words to speak to you, which these hobby horses must not hear.
By my life, to break with him about Beatrice.
'Tis even so. You or Margaret have by this pleasure part with Beatrice, and the two brothers will not fight one another when they next meet.
My lord and brother, God save you.
Good end, good end.
If your leisure served, I would speak with you.
In private?
If it please you. Yet Count Claudio may stay, for what I would speak of concerns him.
What's the matter?
Means your lordship to marry tomorrow.
You know he does.
I know not that when he knows what I know.
If there be an impediment, I pray you discover it.
You may think I love you not. Let that appear hereafter, and aim better at me by that I will now manifest. For my brother, I think he holds you well, and in dearness of heart, have hoped to effect your ensuing marriage. Surely, suit ill spent and labor ill bestowed.
Why? What's the matter?
I've come hither to tell you of it. And the circumstance is shortened, for she has been too long a talking of. The lady is disloyal.
Who? Hero?
Even she. Leonardo's hero. Your hero. Every man's hero.
Disloyal!
The word is too good to paint out her wickedness. I could say she were worse. Give you a worse title and I will fit her to it. But wonder not till further warrant. Go but with me tonight, and you will see her chamber window entered, even the night before her wedding day. If you love her then, tomorrow wed her. But it would better fit your honor to change your mind.
May this be so?
I will not think it.
You dare not trust what you see, confess not that you know. I will show you enough. And when you have seen more, and heard more, proceed accordingly.
Why, if I should see anything tonight, I should not marry her tomorrow in the congregation. Where I should wed, there will I shame her.
And as I wooed for thee to obtain her, I will join with thee to disgrace her.
I will disparage her no further till you are my witness. Bear it coldly till midnight, and let the issue show itself.
Oh, day untowardly turned.
Mischief strangely thwarted.
O plague right well prevented. So shall you say when you have seen the secret.